Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning from wherever you are. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon. And I hope you're all fine. Um, I would like to just wish you a happy new year to start. I hope you all had a great beginning of the year. And today we're here to talk about F.N.D, talk about myself a bit, and then you have a chance to ask your questions and tell me whatever you want to say or what you think about what I said. Right, now let's see. I'm going to wait 5 more minutes and see how many people can join us, and then we can start. If you can see me, you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, then I know you're here and I can say hello. If you can hear me, if you can see me, say hello. Then I know you're here. A couple of more minutes and we can start. So let's see. If you can hear me, if you can see me, just give me a high five or a thumbs up. Then I know you're here. This is not going to be very long. It's the first one, obviously, so it won't be very long. It's just talking about F.N.D, something that I experienced, and I'm still very much in the middle of it. And I would like to share with you guys how it's going and how it all started. So I can see there's not much people here. Let's wait for 2 more minutes and see. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm gonna start. And first of all, you're all my friends, and you all know me. I'm Marie Louise, and 2 years ago, I have been diagnosed with F.N.D. F.N.D is a very serious and not common. It all started on Mother's Day. On Mother's Day, my son played basketball where he used to play basketball. So I used to go and watch him all the time with my daughter. And then that Sunday, it was a Sunday, they had a game. And in the morning, I just wake up like nothing. I had a headache. I took a paracetamol and we went. We were all watching the game. My headache didn't stop, and I didn't think nothing of it. I just carried on. After the game, we went to shopping. We went to Asda. We did our little shopping. It was Mother's Day. We came back. We were just about to start eating when my head was all over the place. I couldn't move my neck. I couldn't really express anything. I was really in pain. So, great news for me is that I was with my kids. So my daughter panicked and called the ambulance. And when they came, they looked at my neck and everything, and they thought initially that I was having a stroke, which is not far from it. Because apparently a stroke will be on your left side, and then this one is on your right side. Because if it was on my left side, then it would have been different story. So they said to me, well, they can't really see anything apart of the pain I've got on my neck and the swelling, but they have to take me to the hospital. But from home to the hospital, things have changed. and the pain was even worse, and the swelling was worse. When I got to the hospital, I was seeing straight away. I was in the hospital for 3 days. I couldn't talk, I couldn't move. Before I got to see any neuro, the neuro came, and at first, because they didn't know if it was a stroke, they did all the exam possible, they did all the scan, everything, but they didn't know. So after 3 days, they finally called the neuro to come, and then when he came, he himself, he was a bit lost, and then look at me, do all these examination and everything, and then he said to me, I've got F.N.D. I'm like, okay, because I couldn't ask much question, I couldn't say anything. At first I was like, right, they're gonna give me a pill, they're gonna give me injection, everything will be fine. I left it at that because I couldn't ask anything. So this neuro left, and then I was in the hospital for almost 4 weeks. The last week before I left the hospital is when my speech was a little bit better, and I could, ask more question and move about a bit more and everything. So they just say to me, I've got neural problem. So all I need to do is, well, they're going to discharge me, and I have to go and see the neuro after. So they discharged me with all the equipment because I was really in a Zimmer frame. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I was like, somebody have to really be able to move me in the morning, to do things for me. It was hard. And up to then, I didn't understand. So I shut myself from everybody. I was really, how can I say, isolated from everybody, from everything. And then a couple of weeks after that, I went to the hospital to see the neuro again. Then he explained to me what F.N.D is. F.N.D is like a switch that goes on, off. Well, not on, off, it goes off. And once it goes off, you can't put it back on. That was my understanding at the beginning. And it was really threatening because I didn't know what F.N.D was. I never heard of F.N.D before. Never, ever in my life I've seen anybody with this illness before. I don't know. I never knew anybody. So when I asked, what is F.N.D? What does F.N.D stand for? He said it's functional neurological disorder. Then I said, okay, so what's gonna happen? How is this gonna disappear? He said to me, well, it's not something that's gonna disappear. It's something you have to live with. It's something you have to learn how to live with. And then from there, everything went. I've been sent to this clinic, I've been sent to that clinic, I've done this, I've done that, I've done so many things that I was like a guinea pig. That's what I felt anyway, like a guinea pig. I was doing so many things at the same time, so many doctors, so many physios, so many appointments. I was completely lost. Then I shut myself even more because I didn't know. So couple of months after that, I went to this rehabilitation center, and this center was, I think, for me, very good. They were very, very, very great. They did what they explained better what F.N.D is, and they gave me tips for living with it. So basically, like they said, the switch goes off, and once it goes off, you can't put it back on. You just have to learn how to live with it. You have to learn how to adapt your life according to that. You get spasms, you're always dizzy, you're always unbalanced. I can't stand long, I can't sit long, always not myself. And people that knew me before will definitely tell you that I'm it's different. I'm not me. It's not, you know, things are different. But life is, first 6 months I was really, really mad at everybody. I was really mad at the world. I was really mad at this illness. And then I shut myself. My door was closed all the time. I was in my bed. I was always crying. I was always asking, why me? Why me? Why me? And then when I did this course, I thought, you know what? It's here to stay. It's here to not go anywhere. So I have to learn how to live with it, no matter what. I have to learn. And gradually, I had along the line, I've lost friends. I've lost people that didn't understand, which is fine. I can't blame them. I can't say anything about that. But again, I've gained very, very good friends, people that I know I can count on anytime. So life is the way it is. I have to live with it. I have to do things differently. I have to manage life, and it's a different world. It's a different world. It's a different person. It's a different me. It's um, everything is different. Sitting long, standing long, walking long, the dizziness, the unbalanced, everything is like the doctor will tell you one thing and then you will feel something else when you go back, because in your in my file at the hospital or at the GP, it says long life illness, because it is a long life illness. It's not going to change. It is a long life illness, and this is just the way it is. So every time you call the GP, when you feel something, you feel bad, you call the GP, you're in pain or something, they'll say, oh yeah, but it's your illness. It's not urgent. For them, it's nothing important. It's not, just live with it and stop calling or something. That's how I felt anyway at the beginning. And then as it goes, every time you call, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. They will tell you, oh, it's not something new, is due to your illness, is due to this, is due to that, and medication, and then after the end, now I'm fighting with my liver as well, my kidneys, and everything. It's all complicated. Nothing is easy, but I'm just grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful that I'm still talking and I'm still walking. I'm still living, because I've seen people with the same illness, and I've seen their state. I can thank God. I can say yes. Not that I have it easy, but better than other people. And yeah, I think the best way to deal with it is just to accept it, to live with it the best that I can. So I'm very grateful again for my two kids, and without them, I think I won't be here talking to you. They saved my life. They continue to do so every day, and I'm very grateful. And I would like to give them a big kiss for both of them. And now, if you want to ask a question about anything, please do, and then I'll try and answer. So, who want to be brave enough to ask a question? Don't be shy. We're here to talk. We're here to ask. I don't know if you knew about this illness. Tell me, how did you know about it? If you knew anybody that you know had the illness before, or what they did and what they're still doing, because like they say, it's a life illness. It's not something that's going to go away. So I just want to know what they did, how they manage it, and let's see. Maybe you can help me. Maybe I can help somebody else. You know. So up to you. You tell me. You ask your questions, and then I'll see. So in the meantime, like I said, yes, I just want to thank my two children, my two babies. They're not babies anymore. They're grown up, but for me, they'll still be my babies, and they've really saved my life. And I thank you again for everything, and still doing a lot for me. Even though I'm the parent, they still do a lot for me. I become a child. For them, I become like a little baby, and they they do a lot. So yeah, this video is not going to be very long. It's only 30 minutes. So if you've got a question, if you want to say anything, if you want to know more about anything, how do I deal with a certain situation or what, please ask it. And like I said in the beginning, I was really mad. I didn't know what to do. I really shut myself down, and I couldn't even talk to anybody about my kids at home and the lady that comes to me all the time, the kid, the physio, the doctors. I couldn't go ahead and talk to anybody or anything. Okay, we've got question. How many people are affected with this? Well, apparently they said it's like 1 over 1,000, you know, and unfortunately, I was that one person. It's it's hard to believe that this illness is there, but nobody really understand it. Nobody really knows about it, and it kills. It can kill. Yeah, it can kill. Imagine that fatal day. I was here by myself, and I couldn't reach any um, phone or anything. It would be really bad for me if I was by myself. But good thing is that I was with my kids. So it's like one person out of 1,000. That's how um, little this illness is, but how mighty it can kill, or it can damage, it can belittle you, basically. Because before all this, people who knows me knows that I'm not somebody that stay home. I'm a lively person, I'm a bubbly person. Even just down to my work, I travel the whole England. I drive, I teach, I talk, I meet people. Now it's like I don't even want to talk to anybody. I don't even want to go anywhere and see anybody, because I still got things that I'm fighting with. If I may be really honest with you, sometimes my right side of my body do give up. It does give up. I could be standing, and then I will faint. I will not faint, but I will fall. I could be drinking, and then the cup will slip out of my hand because my nerve doesn't follow. I could be doing anything, and then you know the term anything to prove that. No, there's nothing to improve it. There's nothing. At the beginning, I thought there would be a magic pills, but there's no magic pills. It's not something that you go to the GP and they give you paracetamol, or they give you antibiotic and then things goes. No, unfortunately, there's nothing. There is nothing. You just have to learn to know your body over and over and over. It's like the old you is gone. This is a new you. The old you knew you. Now with this, I have to learn how to know myself. I have to monitor my dizziness. I have to monitor my spasms. I have to monitor the way I go to the toilet. I have to monitor the way I drink. I have to monitor the way I walk. I have to monitor everything. It's not like getting up and go. It's not like getting up and do something. You have to think about it. In my head, I have to plan things before I do it. If somebody call me out of the blue today, for instance, I say, "Oh, let's do this," I will say no because my head is not ready. I don't know when I'm going to have a spasm. I don't know when my hand will give up. I don't know how I'm going to be standing up. I have to plan it in my head. I have to accept it in my head before I can move. That's just it. You have to learn how to know yourself again. You have really have to learn. And unfortunately, there's no book. There's nothing out there that will tell you how to do it. This rehabilitation residence that I've been over 3 weeks, they're great doctors. They are great people there, and they taught me a lot, even up to walking. The way you walk, and then when you feel the spasms, how you change your step, the way you do everything. They taught me how to behave basically, just like a little baby. And at the beginning, I didn't see the importance of it. It was just at the end of the 3 weeks when I came back home and I was like, okay, now I have to, the course is finished. I have to start practicing. I have to start implementing everything I've learned. If not, my life would not move. And I did. I tried, and I'm still trying. It's not over. It's never gonna be over. I'm still trying. I'm still doing my best to know that, yeah, this is it. This is how I'm gonna deal with it. And I do, unfortunately. I do. So, any more questions? Anybody want to ask anything else? I think I've said everything, and I hope, if you are with somebody that's having problems, that's having headache, please do not hesitate. Call 111. They can tell you the best way to deal with things. 111 is not the hospital itself, and it's not the GP. It's between the GP and the hospital, and they can tell you better how to deal with it. If you are dealing with it and you need to talk, you can do a talking therapy. I did it. I did it at the beginning. I was like, that's not going to help me. But I did. And it did help me. Talking therapy, you have to be able to express how you feel, and you have to be able to listen, because often we talk, but we don't listen. We don't listen. Going through this therapy, it taught me how to listen, how to appreciate everything they say, and you have to be able to pour your heart out. You have to tell them everything and anything. So it's something you have to do if you're doing the therapy. So if you're next to somebody that's having a headache, like I said, every time, headache, and complaining on one side of the head all the time, there could be two, there could be many reasons, but the two most important reasons could be a high blood pressure or even this stroke. Do not leave it to the last minute. Do not leave it to somebody to save them. You can. And the best way to do so is either taking the blood pressure if you can. If you can't, call 111, explain to them what's happening, and somebody will come or will send you somebody that will come and help you. You have to, because if you let that person in their predicament and say, "Oh yeah, it's just a headache. It's just a headache," but headache upon headache upon headache cause a lot of damage. I've learned it from the very hard way, right? Because I never had have a high pressure. I never had blood pressure before. Never. When I gave birth to my son, I have preeclampsia, but that is due to the pregnancy. Everybody, well, most of the women get preeclampsia, which is a high blood pressure, but due to the pregnancy. And once you give birth and you have all the medication, it goes away, finish. But again, it could be in your bloodline, it could be in your family. So obviously, you have to be checking all that. I had it, and I never believe, well, in my family, and I never believe it would be me. So unfortunately, it happened. And now, um, my blood pressure is always on the roof. It's always up. It's never low. It's never normal. Always, always, always up. So every 2 weeks, I have to go and take this. Every day, I take medication for it. But every 2 to 3 days, I have to go to the GP and get my blood pressure taken. Even though I've got a machine and I've taken myself, but still, when you take it yourself, it's not the same thing. When you get out of your house and you walk a little bit, you're you're kind of reducing a bit of the stress, of the anxiety, of everything. And then when you reach the doctor, pause yourself down before you take the blood pressure, and usually is good. When I take mine at home, it's always high. When I go to the GP, it's high too, but it's less than what it was at home. Maybe I'm not taking it right, but it's the same machine that they've got, so it's still the same thing. But being at home is different than being at a surgery. Now, like I said, this is only 20, it's 27 minutes now, and this is due to stop in 3 minutes. So if you got any question, this is the first of many. Like I said, every week we're going to talk about something else. And this week, not every week, every month, sorry, we're going to talk about something else. And this month, obviously, is me and whatever I'm going through. Sometime when I come to the channel, you may realize that I'm not myself, or I'm not okay. Well, the days that, because there's something called boom and bust. Sometimes you're good. I'll have the energy to do a lot of things. And then the next day, I could be in bed for 3 days. I could be in pain for a week. Some people don't understand, or they'll look at you and they won't know that, they won't even see that you're ill. I could have plenty of energy today, but tomorrow will come and I'll be in bed the whole day after that. Or, I'll be in bed for 24 hours or sometimes even more. I can't just move because the nerve, the switch that went into my brain is it stop a lot of things. It does not allow me to think fast. It does not allow me to do things as quickly as I used to. It does not allow me to walk as, because I have to think. My brain have to think differently before I can do things. And does it affect your sleep? It does affect the sleep, because first of all, when you don't accept this illness, it's just like you don't accept it, so you're stressed, you are always mad, you just can't sleep. So your sleep get affected because you've got depression. On top of this illness, you've got depression. And me, it was even worse, because when I was discharged after 4 weeks in the hospital, a major things happened. I was in the hospital lift when the lift dropped from the second floor to the lower ground floor. I mean, the cable snapped, and that is the hospital. Um, it was really bad, really, really bad. That already put something on top of my illness, put a stress on top of my illness. For a long time, I couldn't get into any lift because I was scared, thinking that the cable is gonna snap. So I couldn't get into the lift. I couldn't trust anything with a loud bang. I couldn't. Even sitting in my house, I could hear the lift, which is outside my flat, but I can hear it. Sometimes I will say to my son, "Oh, is there something on the fire or what?" Because my ears have developed something bigger, and I can't just ignore everything. So it make me depressed. It make me feel like I'm the only one in this world, because you just can't deal with everything. You're dealing with an illness, and now you're dealing with depression. It, it was too much. It was really too much, really too much. Then I have to do this talking therapy. I have to desensitize. Oh, I don't know how you say it. They have to desensitize. Oh, how do you say again? Somebody help me. They have to take the sense of the feel of dropping off my head. That is what I have to go through every for the past what I did it for 3 months before the lift can stop in my ears. The dropping of the lift can stop in my ears. I remember when I go out of this lift with all the emergency cord and everything, they came and they took us out. Well, because I wasn't the only one. They took us out of the lift. I was in pieces. I was in pieces. My friend can testify. She came to the hospital, bless her, and she came and get me. And when she saw me, I was in pieces. I couldn't deal with both things in the same time. It was too much for anybody. It was too much. At first, you have to understand this illness. You have to deal with it, and then depression on top because of a stupid lift that unfortunately dropped. It was hard, but I think today I can say thank you to many people that at the beginning I didn't want to talk to, I didn't want to see, but they kept in contact, and thank you very much. Thank you to my special Miss K, and you know life was hard, but slowly I'm learning how to come back. I'm learning how to be me again, and it's never going to be the same. It's never ever going to be the same, but it's life. Change sometimes is good, in a good way, but it's changing still. So yeah, like I said, 30 minutes. If you don't have any more question, I'm gonna log off. And I hope I help somebody. I hope somebody hear my story. I hope anything was that. Wow, thank you for just all those fans. Well, my pleasure. That was my goal being here, is to share my experiences, and maybe you too can help me. Anybody who have had that before, or knew somebody that had it before, maybe it could have helped me, but you guys are not much talking. So I hope I help somebody, and I hope you guys please do not sit. Please do not sit. You have to help anybody that's constantly complaining of a headache. You have to. I'm very thankful for my two kids. Very, very thankful. Great kids. I can't stress it enough. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. So thank you very much. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching me today. And I hope this video will go far and reach more people. Thank you and love you all. Ciao. Thank you. Have a great Sunday. And the next one is in a month, first Sunday of each month. So tune, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button, so every time I come on or I publish something, you get it firsthand. Thank you very much for your time. Love you all. Bye.